Hey guys, thanks for coming back to my channel. I have a very cool video for us today. I know I've talked to you guys about Alexis I say like that because that's how she spelled it. I've talked about Alexis in one of my other videos where I said, this is somebody we need to promote on YouTube because of how she helps women become feminine. So what I want us to do today as men, right, from the men's side, is one, we need to listen to what she's saying are the feminine qualities that a woman should have so that we can learn how to identify those in the women that we meet out in the world. So if you meet a woman and she doesn't act in these certain ways, that should be a sign to you that she's not a very feminine woman, and then you can make the determination at that point whether you like that or not, right? I don't want to say for you guys, maybe some of you like a really masculine woman. Probably not if you're watching my channel. And then on the other side, she's gonna be talking to women about how to be feminine, and we as men can think about, well, what is the opposite of that? Essentially, the other side of that, the flip side of that, which teaches us what it is to be masculine. So actually, we can learn so much from her. I know she aims for video of women, but we can learn so much from her just about how to be masculine. That's for the men. Obviously, for the women, you're going to watch this, and she's speaking to women, so it should be self-evident, and you'll probably want to go view her channel and subscribe to her because she's amazing.
Hello, beautiful. I am so happy that you are here today. We are talking all about why feminine energy women attract masculine energy men. All of my beautiful girls that are watching live, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. We are going to chat for a bit, and then I will take all of your questions at the end.
Just looking at her, like from a man's perspective, okay, then maybe not the freeze frame. Sorry, let me just jump ahead.
So,
okay, just jump ahead. I just want to be nice, That's nice there. Already, just in the first 20 seconds of this video, she exudes so much positivity, so much femininity, so much like love and happiness that just seeing her, she just seems like a very loving, very happy, just a really nice person, which I would just stick that into the feminine bucket. To me, I mean, obviously she looks feminine as well, which is helpful, but just the energy that she's giving to me in the first 20 seconds here, it's just very like a very loving, happy, positive person, which is to me is feminine, right? Not to say that a man can't be those things. In this case, because she's a woman, it's very feminine and it's very attractive.
Let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that we're going to discuss is, why is this concept true? Why do feminine women attract masculine men? And then I'm going to teach you how to enhance your feminine energy so that you can start attracting these divine masculine men. So welcome in, everyone. Let's go ahead and get started. So if you are familiar with my channel, you've heard me talk about the concept of polarity. Polarity, you can think of it as two opposite ends of a magnet. You've probably seen me use this hand demonstration so many times. But two opposite ends of a magnet, they always attract. This is polarity. This is how you are when you're in your feminine energy. You attract that masculine energy. You two are drawn together. This is how you create that intimacy, the passion, the romance. You might hear some people say, our honeymoon stage has lasted forever in our relationship.
You guys have probably all seen this example in your lives where you have a woman who's like very bossy and a guy who's trying to be bossy. That shit doesn't work. Somebody has to take a back seat. And that's just kind of a classic example of what she's referring to. And when I say back seat, I mean they don't have opinions, but they let the other person drive or like lead or not.
It is because that couple has polarity, and you can have this too. Even if you're not in a relationship, or even if you are in a relationship and your man isn't in his masculine energy, that is okay. This video is going to help you no matter what. So if you are in your feminine energy as a woman, you will attract that masculine energy. You'll draw him to you. And why this video is so important is because in today's society, in our culture, a lot of us are out of our natural balance. A lot of us as women are operating in our masculine energy. So what do we attract as a result? A feminine man. We do not want to do this. This is not how it's going to feel the best for us. It's not going to give us that amazing romance and healthy relationship that we're looking for. And when you are in your masculine energy as a woman, what you are actually attracting deep down is a man in his wounded masculine energy. So you've probably heard that saying, well, you attract what you are. That is true. So if you are in your masculine energy as a woman, deep down what you actually have is wounded feminine energy. Meaning that the ability to show up fully in your feminine energy, there was something that probably happened in your childhood or something that happened later on in your life where it did not feel safe for you to be in your feminine energy.
Perfect examples of this, like, because I experience this all the freaking time. But it's like when you're talking to a woman and she's like, "Oh, I would never stop working if we were married and you're supporting me. Like, I'd never just depend on a man and let the man, like, go out there and earn the money and then stay home and look after the kids. No, I need to have some sort of security because what if something happens? You could cheat on me. You could just leave. You could find somebody better." It's like the fear mentality, and it stops people from, or specifically in this case, a woman from being like, "Oh, you know what? I'm comfortable in our relationship. I trust you. I love you. I'm a really good partner for you. I'm secure in myself, and that I will let you lead and do this." You just end up in this huge box of fear. And so I hear that all the time dating now, where women say this all the time. They're like, "Well, no, I've never stopped doing that. I've never stopped doing that." Well, look at the divorce rates. Look what happens in our society today. And I think, well, how many of those divorces are because the both the people, because you can't just say it's women, right? There's 50-50. But the two people in their relationship are not are acting in this wounded way. Like the woman's like, "Look, I don't want to give up all my stuff and just support you or deal with the kids in like a traditional relationship. I don't want to do that because look what's happening around me." So she's also acting in this wounded way where maybe she had previous relationships where a guy cheated on her because the guy's a douchebag, right? He's an asshole. And so she can't let go. And then the same thing on the man's side, right? Where maybe they were in a relationship where this woman was bossing him around or was cheated on him. He can't, fully accept her being in, I'll use her term, in her feminine energy, right? And just having that sort of naturally fulfilling relationship. Now, that is kind of generalizing women and men, and sometimes certain men are more feminine and they should be in that more traditional woman role, and some men are just more masculine just innately and they should be in the more masculine role. So sometimes it is good to couple up that way. But just in referencing these divorces, you have no idea why these people got divorced. You have no idea. So we just say, well, it didn't work because of this. And then you act all fearful about it, but it's not what happened to you. And even if it did happen to you, why did it happen? It's like breaking it down, trying to understand, well, why did it happen? Why did it not work out? Realistically, like, what part did I play in this? What part did he play in this? And they don't go into that. You guys have heard me talk about this, but people really need like therapy because they really, I don't think people spend enough time like really being understanding themselves and like, look, what did I do to make this happen? Or the advice that they're getting is from some other person, like some other woman, let's say, and it's like, "Girl, you didn't do anything wrong. He's just a dick. He just blah, 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 this and that." And it's just like bullshit excuses and bullshit answers and things, and it's just really bad. People in the West, we just have this mentality, and it's like this fearful mentality because we've seen divorces, we've seen bad divorces, we have the internet, we go on the internet and you see all types of shitty things that happen to people, and so we don't fully give ourselves to the other person, and vice versa. We always try to hold back and try to like, look, I'm not going to do all of this because I want this in case something happens. Like this could happen, so I got to be prepared. So I got to do this. You're like 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
So then what happens is your feminine energy becomes wounded. And as a result, you attract that in the form of a partner. You attract a man with wounded masculine energy. So you can tell what level of your feminine energy you're at based on the partners that you are attracting. Something else that I wrote here is women that are in their masculine energy, when they are attracting these relationships where there's very feminine men, what happens is the men will not pursue them, they will not chase them. You as the woman feel like you're leading the relationship. This is not normal. This is not the relationship that is going to make you feel the best. As the feminine energy in the relationship, you get to have that man that pursues you, that leans in towards you, that provides and protects for you. This is what is natural. And this is why I'm making this video, so that you can switch and have that dynamic. Something else that I wrote here is when it comes to divine feminine energy women, these women who have fully embraced their feminine energy, and maybe it's you that's watching this right now, divine feminine energy women always attract divine masculine energy men. And the reason is, again, because you attract what you are, but also when you are in your divine feminine energy, meaning you've learned how to connect to your feminine energy, and you've also done some inner work, meaning therapy or going deeper and uncovering old trauma and wounds and healing so that you can show up as the fullest version of yourself. That is divine feminine energy.
That goes for everybody. Just from childhood, I should have went to therapy, because when I went to therapy as I was older, like in my 30s, I was dealing with stuff in my relationship. But then when you unpack all the things that you experienced in your childhood that affected you in negative ways, and you're like, oh my God, that's why I did this, because of this patterns that I set up earlier in life that then steamrolled me into a relationship that was not good for me. Like, just blows my mind. So it's, you kind of like need to be in therapy like when you're late teens or something. You know what I mean? Like, so you can catch these things early and not just, make bad decisions because you've developed bad habits and patterns from experiences you had.
It's showing up fully, powerfully, healed, and feeling good in your body. You will be so unattracted to any man that does not have divine masculine energy. And as a divine feminine energy woman, when these wounded masculine energy men come into your life, you are going to repel them. It's not going to stick together.
So when a woman is very feminine, like she's saying, if you meet a man who is not, or who is not masculine, you're just gonna like, ew, and you're just gonna move on. So you won't end up in a bad relationship. And I agree with her in so many ways, because when you get to a healthy place with yourself, and I wouldn't use these terms, right? These are her terms. When you were just in a healthy place yourself, when you come across somebody who's like just not, you're just like, oh my God. Like, they look like Golem from Lord of the Rings to you. You're just like, okay, you take your precious, and you go.
And what will happen is your nervous system, when you get into your divine feminine energy, will become relaxed. When your nervous system is relaxed, two things happen. Number one is you feel safe enough to open yourself up to a true masculine man. When you have wounded feminine energy, it can be scary. That idea of submitting to a man, it's so scary for so many people because they think, I can't trust men. That comes down to that wounded feminine energy. You have to heal that first so that you know it's okay to be able to trust men later. Another thing that divine feminine energy really, really receives when her nervous system is relaxed is that she is repelled by anything that throws her nervous system off. And what I mean here is when she starts dating a man who causes her to feel anxious, or who is causing her to be out of balance and feel judged or feel disrespected in any way, she is going to be repelled by that. She's going to become uninterested and become very, very bored. This is the energy that you want. Any energy that's coming from the masculine that is not serving your divine feminine energy, you want to learn how to become repelled by that. And the way that you do that is shifting into your feminine energy to a point that it becomes natural. And the key in attracting these masculine energy men, it is to be in your feminine energy. There's nothing else that you need to do besides that. So now I'm going to share some tips on how you can enhance your feminine energy.
For guys, reversed. When we're in our masculine energy, and if you are acting in a obviously a positive masculine way, not in a like overbearing, shitty way, you will attract that woman because you will act that way, and they'll see that. And if they're not a feminine woman, they'll just be like, ew, or whatever. Cool, that's fine with you because you don't want them anyway. So then the ones who are feminine will actually like it. So it works both ways. See how we can role reverse this? So she thinks she's making content for women right now. I'm just absorbing this shit. And I'm like, oh, so this is what women are thinking? Like, you know, like how they should be. Now I know what I need to look for out in the world and how I also need to be. And so when you hear this thing like you're toxically masculine because you want to provide for your woman, I'm like, fuck you, toxically masculine or toxic masculinity. Like F off. Like that is me being a masculine man and saying, look, I'm going to take care and look after you. That doesn't mean I'm running your life, but I'm providing the stability in your life, which is what a feminine woman would want. She'd want a man who is stable and is going to provide her stability.
Number one, how to enhance your feminine energy, what I wrote, is to learn how to feel good in your body. This is a huge misconception about feminine energy. Feminine energy, it's not about your appearance, it's not about how you dress, how you talk, it's about how you feel on the inside. The inside of your body is everything. And if you think about the way that God designed us, men love feeling what is on the inside of our body. That is why when I
Oh, yeah, we do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ooh, bow, chicka, bow, wow.
coach my girls, I'm a feminine energy coach as well. When I coach my girls and they're having problems in the relationship, I will say, speak from your body. He cannot hear you when you are speaking from masculine energy. Men want to know what's going on in your body. They crave that. They're around masculine energy all day. With you, it's special. With you, you have that gift. You
Damn straight, sister. Oh my God. Exactly. We want to feel the feminine energy. That's why we're with you. If we wanted the masculine energy, we would be gay and be with another man. Like,
can connect to your feminine energy and let him know everything that is going on internally. So how do you do this? You learn how to feel good in your body so that naturally it radiates out of you. And in my course, you'll hear me talk about this too, about raising your vibration. If you are unfamiliar with vibrations and frequencies, every living being has an energetic vibration. And you can think of it as a vibration that is either low, medium, or high. People who have a low vibration, they have no energy within them. These are feelings of anger and sadness and resentment and guilt and shame. When you have these feelings, they cause your vibration to be very low. It does not feel good to be around these people. They're full of negative emotions and you can feel it. When you shift into that high vibration, you become magnetic. This is the best thing that you can do if you want to feel good in your body. It is to learn how to raise your vibration. And I'll give you some tips in a minute to show you how to do that.
so that sounds like just positivity, right? What she's saying. She's like, if you're low, it's all these negative emotions, which I've said this before in other videos, guys. Like, nobody wants to be with somebody who has a bunch of negative emotions, who's angry or depressed or sad all the time. Nobody likes that. Like, the only other person who's gonna like that is someone who's also that way. And it's like, what are you both gonna sit there and be depressed and suicidal together? Like, oh. So you obviously, what she's saying here is like, be positive, be happy, be funny, joyful, be caring, kind. And that's who you will attract, which is generally what you want to attract if you want to have a happy relationship.
Here's something that's really interesting. Let's say that two women appear in front of a man and he's trying to decide which one he likes better. Let's say that
Which one's hotter? That's the real question.
in the conventional beauty standard, one is rated a 5 physically and the other is rated a 10. And the 5 is full of feminine energy. She's full of life and excitement and passion, feels so good in her body. Whereas the 10, who is conventionally attractive, and I use those quotations because I do not believe with the conventional beauty standard. I believe the only true beauty standard is your energetic beauty. But anyways, the woman who is rated the 10 physically, if she has very little feminine energy, or she gives off very low vibrational negative emotions, that man is going to be way more attracted to the woman who is considered a 5, but full of feminine energy. The only true beauty standard that matters is your energetic beauty. No matter what you look like on the outside, someone is more attracted to a woman who is full of feminine energy. She radiates light and love and happiness. And the reason is it feels so good to be around this woman. It's not about what you look like. It is about how you feel on the inside.
We all know what she's talking about in terms of somebody who has that energy. However, she said a 10, so basically supermodel, but doesn't have a good personality. And I would agree too. You might want to sleep with her, right? Because she's hot. You might be like, yeah, I want to sleep with her, but you don't actually want to be around that person long term, and she's going to grate on you, and you would realize that within a few days or whatever, or a few interactions. So totally agree on that point. And I would say that if you are what she said there, like a five in terms of conventional beauty standards, but you have that such positive energy and people just like being around you, I don't think anybody then rates you a five. I think they would rate you much higher because it's a whole package, right? It's not just looks, it's your looks plus your personality and your energy and how you make the other people feel around you. So if they're laughing and you feel good all the time, they're going to be like, oh, she's a 10, she's a 9, whatever, she's an 8.
I highly recommend that you check out my course, Become Your Dream Woman and Master Your Feminine Energy, because I guide you in there on how to actually do these steps to be in your feminine energy fully, to heal, and to feel good inside. Some things that you can do in the meantime is to do things such as fuel your body with healthy, nutritious foods. This is going to make you have that glow. It's going to make you feel good because your body is happy. Your digestive system, your nervous system, your organs, they're all happy because you're nourishing your body.
Very true. And just like with my weight loss journey now, right, I've lost 75 pounds. I forget how many kgs it is now. Maybe I'll throw it on the screen. Uh, in a year. It's basically a year now. It took me. And through that process, right, I was eating a lot better and things. And it's amazing how when I don't eat like pizza, I don't eat pizza and any like eating out food like fast food stuff or like even just having like Indian food, which is like creamy and heavy and whatever, and like naan bread and all that. When I'm not having that stuff and I'm just eating, like meat, vegetables, fruit, like, and I'm cooking it myself, so I'm controlling, what I'm eating. I don't really eat a lot of carbs or anything or wheat. I'll have like potatoes or something, but I don't have like wheat and stuff and limited sugar. I feel so much lighter. I feel so much better. I mean, it just feels like a different body.
Something else that you can do to start feeling better is to only surround yourself with high vibrational people. The people that you surround yourself with, they very, very much determine how you feel on the inside.
Yep.
So anyone who is causing you to feel at that lower vibration that we talked about, time to get rid of them.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I said you don't want to be around. You're not going to date somebody like that because they just pull you down. So just like those bad emotions and bad energy attracts bad emotions and bad energy.
You cannot have negative people in your life if you want to be in your feminine energy because you have to feel good on the inside. Something else is practicing self-care. And when I say self-care, what I really mean is both inner and outer work. Inner work is when you do the work on the inside to heal your body, to heal through old trauma and wounds, push through limiting beliefs, really work to pull out that best version of yourself. That is inner work, and that is what my course contains. My course is at thefemininglow.com if you want to join. Outer work is doing things such as grooming rituals, taking care of your physical health, taking care of your skin, your hair. Do these things so that you can feel good and look good at the same time. This is going to overall enhance your feminine energy, feeling good in your body.
And just like how I shave my head, guys, you probably noticed. I used to keep my hair short, but obviously I like lost a lot of the hair up front here, so I shaved my whole head. So much better. I feel like I look better because you don't want like this stupid horseshoe thing. It just looks dumb. I'm like, just shave my whole head. I think I look better. And obviously it makes you feel better thinking that you look better or feeling like you look better. Just like working out. You get some muscles and then you feel better. You're like, oh yeah, I look good. You look at your shoulder, you look at your arm, like, oh yeah, I look good. Feel better, makes you more positive. So another reason why you should work out, not just for the health benefits, but obviously because of the positive aspects, positive emotional aspects.
So the second tip that I have for you, this one is my absolute favorite. I tell this to every single girl that I coach. Dance. Move your body. And there's three very important reasons for why this is. The reason why I always encourage you to dance, to connect to your feminine energy, is so that you can actually connect to your body. Most of us girls are so disconnected from our bodies because we are either trying to work through old wounds and trauma, or we just are so in the masculine energy because of the way work and school is set up. What you want to do is learn how to bring fluidity back to your body. Feminine energy, it's all about fluidity. Fluidity, it's like liquid. When you can move very easily. The girls who are in their feminine energy have fluidity. Their body movements are very natural and they move like water. When you dance, you are able to do this. You're learning how to have more fluidity in your body. And you also learn how to go with the flow. That's what's so great about dancing. So the 3 reasons why this is so essential for your feminine energy. Number 1 is so that you can learn how to be comfortable with your sensual energy. Your sensual energy, if you've taken my course, you know exactly why this is important and how to really use it. But your sensual energy is what is going to guide your feminine energy. It is what is going to impact your relationships, your passions, your career, every part of your life. Your sensual energy takes it to a new level. You have to learn how to connect to that dark feminine energy, the part of you that feels good. Again, feminine energy, it's all about feeling good. You need that sensual energy. Sensual energy, it's not about hooking up with other men. It's not even about men. It's about your energy in your body and learning how to use it the most effectively.
From a guy's perspective, that would just be you being like really sexy. And that, yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean, like you're saying, you're hooking up with somebody. Do you ever see like women dance and they just like moving their hips and stuff in a certain way? And it's just like, oh my God, she's driving me crazy right now. She's fully clothed, she's wearing a dress, but she looks so sensual and sexy, like how she dancing. You're just like, damn it. When I see a girl twerking, I don't think that's beautiful feminine energy. I just think that's like crude. That's just like crudeness. And you're kind of like, you still want to look at it because guys, we'll look at a lot of stuff, man. We'll, we'll go to a sewer and just look in. I don't know. But we still look at it. But when you actually see a woman like she doing like a salsa dance or something and she just shaking those hips, or is she a belly dancer or something? It's like, oh my God. It's a whole nother level.
Number 2 of why dancing is so important is because it helps you release old trauma that is sitting in your body. I think it's around 80% of our trauma and wounds sits in our hips. When you dance and you move your hips, you are learning how to release that old blocked emotion. The reason why this is so important, if you want to be in your divine feminine energy, the main block that might be holding you back is old emotions, old thought patterns, old triggers, old wounds. That energy literally sits in your hips. And the other reason why this is so important, that hip region is also where your sensual energy is. It's where that part of your body is. So if there's blocked emotion and trauma sitting there, your sensual energy, which guides your relationships, your career, your abundance in life, that is going to be blocked. It is so important to heal and release that. Just moving your hips is going to help you do this.
That's kind of weird. I don't know if I believe what she's saying right now, but I'm all for women moving their hips, so I'm cool with that. But I'm like, all wounds and stuff are in your hips?
Something else I should probably clarify. The type of dancing that is the best for you is going to be something where there's a lot of hip movement. The 3rd reason why dancing is so essential for you is it's going to help you overcome 2 of the biggest wounded feminine energy qualities: people pleasing and perfectionism. People pleasing. When you dance and you are trying to learn these new routines, you are going to mess up. You are not going to know what is coming ahead. You are going to probably look funny, look silly, and not know what you're doing. That's going to help you overcome people pleasing because you're not going to be showing up for approval. You're going to be dancing, having fun, being in your body, learning what this is like. When you are doing these steps and you're messing up and you don't know what's coming next, that is helping you overcome that perfectionism. And that is so healing for you. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to perform. You don't have to know the next step and have everything planned perfectly. This is literally breaking you out of any wounded feminine energy.
Ooh, I see what she did there. She's just calling out all that fear mentality shit we were talking about before. Nice, Alexis. Yeah, because you're trying to be all safe and have 20 different exit strategies and shit. It's like, no, you got to take it as it comes, girl.
Comes with perfectionism. So dancing, I cannot recommend it enough. It is so good to help you be in your feminine energy. A bonus that I put here too, something, if you want to take this to a new level, Something that I highly recommend you do is join a dance class. Salsa dancing, heels dancing, and especially being around these other women and their feminine energies, it's going to help take your feminine energy to a new level. So if you can be around other women who are also dancing, that's just a bonus tip for you. It would be really, really amazing to help you connect to your feminine energy even more. All right, the last step, and then I'm going to take some of your guys' questions. The last step to enhance your feminine energy: learn how to receive and allow yourself to do it. So if you have never seen my YouTube video, The Art of Receiving, I highly recommend that you watch it after this video. There's many reasons why learning how to receive is so important. Number one, it is going to bring that polarity to your life. Just like we talked about in the beginning, when you are in your feminine energy and you're leaning back, you're relaxed, you attract masculine energy to you. If you are constantly giving and searching and doing and planning, you are going to repel masculine energy and attract a feminine man. You don't want this. You want to learn how to lean back and learn to be comfortable receiving. And when I say receiving, I want to make it very clear you do this with gratitude, appreciation, and love, not the idea of I deserve this or I want this, I get to have this. It is appreciating everything that you are given and being open to receiving, being excited and loving and warm when you do get to receive. And something else that I put here too is one of the best things that you can do to learn how to receive. And I've talked about this in many, many videos before. Start with something small, such as allowing men to open up the doors for you. The reason why this is so powerful, when you allow other men to open up the doors for you everywhere you go, you are teaching yourself how to instantly switch into that feminine energy. And I've experimented with this over and over again. It always remains true. When I carry myself in that energy and I tell myself, I'm going to open up my own door, I'm so independent, I've got this, men will not open up the doors. When I switch to the feminine energy and I have that attitude of the gratitude and feeling good in my body, feeling so excited and grateful for the men that want to help and want to treat me well and be so respectful, men open up the doors. And it's an energy that you carry yourself with. You teach yourself how to do this. Everywhere you go from now on, do not touch a door handle when there is a man around. You are teaching yourself how to receive from the masculine energy. It's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable, but here's what I'm going to tell you that will help. If you feel any guilt around receiving or around carrying yourself as that woman who is able to receive, remind yourself every time you do not allow yourself to receive from masculine energy, you are taking away the opportunity for a man to feel good and be in his masculine energy. He gets to feel good, you get to feel good. This is how it works. So allow yourself to be respected and loved and cherished. Let men open up the doors for you wherever you go.
I'm just picturing her sitting there like waiting for the door to be open, all these men walking by and they're just like, they don't open the door for her. And she's just like waiting. Hours go by. No, I'm sure it'd only be like a few seconds or something. But I've definitely been in those situations where like I was on a date and it was even just the woman wanted to get like a bottle of water. And instead of letting me pay for the water, she just went and like grabbed the water, paid, and like, yeah, I got my water, blah, blah. And I was just like, really? Like, I was on this date with you. I wanted to like, I know it's just a bottle of water. It's like $3 or 250 or whatever. But it just would have been nice had she given me the opportunity to do that. And instead she like rushed over, got the water herself. And I was like, you didn't even give me like any opportunity for me to be like, hey, yeah, I'll go get the water for you. Like no, she just went and did it. And in one way, it's like, well, I know there's a lot of guys who'd be like, well, yeah, she should pay for her own shit. I would have preferred to at least been given the opportunity to do that. So, I mean, she could have asked or something, and then I would have gotten for her because I liked her and I wanted to get her the bottle of water. I wanted to treat her nice, like a lady or like a woman, right? And it's just a small thing. It's just a bottle of water, but it's an example.
And something else that I put here too is men, they can feel your energy. You don't even have to say it. It's nonverbal. So when you are walking and you're carrying yourself as that woman who, I love feeling good, I love receiving, I'm so excited being in my feminine energy, Men can feel that, and they want to race to open up the door for you just to get a little bit of that feminine energy that you are radiating. When they can feel that, it fills them up. So that is the mentality that you want to have. Try to be aware of where you are currently blocking yourself from receiving from masculine energy. And I'll give you an example to show you what I mean. When I was growing up, I'm the oldest of 4 siblings, so I have 2 younger brothers, 1 younger sister. My younger brothers are the best. They are just the best brothers ever. They're always trying to help me. They're always trying to do things for me. My youngest brother, he wants to be an engineer, so he's constantly building and fixing things. He would always offer to help me, and I would reject it. And it's because I thought, I'm the older sister, I help him, he doesn't do for me. And I was stripping my brothers the opportunity to feel good and to be in their masculine energies. The more that I shifted into my feminine energy, the more I was able to see clearly. They are looking to feel good, just like I'm looking to feel good. So try to see where are you blocking yourself and not allowing yourself to receive.
But you know what I feel like is the argument against this that's used? It's almost like it's being selfish. Like they're not helping you for genuine reasons because they want to feel good, really, is what they're doing. And then I feel like that's what I used to tell myself before when I was doing that. Well, it's kind of selfish, right? Like you just want to feel good. That's why you're helping them. Maybe it's all BS, but I think it's very beautiful that she can identify that even with just her brothers, there's no romantic interest there at all, but giving them the opportunity to do that and make them feel like masculine men, basically. And then she gets to feel like a feminine woman. So it actually is a nice symmetry.
And switch it. You have the opportunity to do it right now. I'm here to let you know that. Sometimes we just need someone to be in front of us to kind of shake us up and say, this is what you get to do. This is how you become the most feminine energy woman. Allow yourself to receive. And then the 2 other points that I shared with you, which were to learn how to feel good in your body and learn how to dance. Learn how to move your body.
Okay, I won't go into the questions part just because this video would end up being super long. And if you guys want to go see, obviously, her video, you can see the title on the top there. It's Feminine Women Attract Masculine Men. And I'll put her link to her channel down below so you can go give her a follow or a subscribe and watch the video or other videos because she's awesome. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I think we got some really good tips from a different angle, right? From a woman's perspective on how to be a masculine man. And so when we're masculine, we will be attracted to feminine women, right? So if we're not wounded and you know, doing bad ourselves, maybe we're not confident in ourselves, or maybe we feel a certain way about certain things in our body, like maybe we're overweight, or we don't think we're attractive, or maybe we're depressed, maybe we've been cheated on and used. Like, we need to work through those things first, and then once you do that, then you can be in your masculine energy. Anyways, I'll leave it there. Thanks everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please check out her channel as well. Alexis, A-W-W, Alexis. I believe it might be 3 W's. I'll put it down below. And we'll see you again next time.